Hey! Yeah! Bienvenidos a nuestro Ramble Radio, baby!
Yeah, that.
Isn't that great? Another Ramble 213, buddy.
213, lucky
We've
213.
been Ramble radioing it 213 times. How about that?
Do you remember what the first Ramble radio was about?
I do. It was my recap of E3, remember?
That's right, the one where you screwed me.
It was my recap of E3 where I just made you the cameraman.
You're right, you screwed me.
And I said, nobody's on this. Nobody, it's just my show. This is my show.
Yeah,
well,
you screwed me at E3, and then you screwed me on the first Ramble radio.
Yeah, I didn't let you come with me. You kept asking. You asked me to get things swag for Colton, and
Nothing.
I got it all for the swag you asked me to get for Colton. I just got for me and put it on eBay.
Yeah, because you kept sending me photos of what you were getting while you were there, and I was like, "Oh, you're awesome. That's great." And then you showed me all the listings on eBay. Afterwards.
Right? Hey, isn't that cool, Eddie? Look what I'm
really,
getting for all these.
It's really nice.
Yeah, he's still little. Does he still cry?
Every night you hear a whimper coming from his room. He kind of cries himself to sleep every night.
Right. Well, I think that's gonna make him a man, though. I really do. I think and you'll be happy, and you'll be like, you know what, Uncle Jared did him a solid,
or a sniper,
or sniper. Either way, that's a man. That's a man. That's a man. Either way, that's a man's man.
Am I too shiny? It feels shiny.
I'm loving it. I love it. It's just, and you know what? You think it's just you and me.
Yeah, who else would it be?
Well, you ready for this?
Yeah.
A person who is not at all concerned about Dak Prescott being on the cover of Sports Illustrated. Cody Villafana, he ain't worried, baby. He ain't scared. Nope. He ain't scared.
Nope.
Okay. All right.
I could also call him the man who insisted that Kanye post Drake's home address on Instagram earlier, too. That was also Cody's doing.
Wasn't Cody also the one who insisted Donald Trump not mention he get vaccinated in his rally?
Cody was very pissed.
But Trump went off script?
Yeah, Cody was one of the ones. He was leading the booze when Trump said that. He was leading the booze.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This was...
Yeah, what?
That Trump thing, when they turn on him, his own cult turns on him because he says, get back. That reminded me, I think I've told this story. I don't know if I told it to Cody, though. I think, Eddie, I've told you. I was doing a gig one time in Beaumont, Texas, at a club that was inside of the bottom floor, the lounge of like a Hilton hotel. It's a really fun club. But one night, usually always great, one night the crowd wasn't the brightest of people, the audience. Mm-hmm. Shocker for Beaumont, because that's where all the the cosmopolitan Texans live, is Beaumont.
The up-and-coming physicists of the world.
Yes. But the headliner was bombing, and he goes and decides to win the crowd, and it worked. He starts talking about it was right when Titanic came out, and he was leading the hack charge of, oh, who would die for that? That whole shit, right? Like, if I were him, I would have fucking gotten a boat and said, let's get out of here. You know, that stupid shit, right? And then,
joke.
Oh, class never gets old, timeless. And he, weren't they going to New York, the Titanic?
Yeah, they were going from London to New York.
Right, because his joke was, "There's pussy in Chicago, boys. Let's roll." And I'm like, "Isn't it New York?" Anyway, but
or they were going from New York to London. I forget which way. I think they're coming back. I think they're coming back.
Geographically off.
Very geographically. I don't know how.
Either way, Chicago's not involved.
You don't get to the Great Lakes. Anyway, it'd be pretty tough to try to. Anyway, so he's bombing, and he does that, and it does okay. And then he goes off on it. He goes, I'm sick of all these Hollywood people. And he goes, to me, they're all a bunch of, and he does the F word slur for homosexual men.
Okay, got it.
And he goes, Leonardo DiCaprio, and then he just says it. And then everyone's like, yeah. And then he's like, Ben Affleck. And then he gets the crowd to say it with him. And they're all chanting F word. And he's like, just any of these, like young Matt Damon.
Matt Damon likes that word, though.
He likes it. And then he's rolling, guys. He could have ended it. He could have stopped at Damon. He's rolling.
He could have crushed, walked out, had the set of his life.
Dropped the mic, set of his life, and then he goes, Bruce Willis, and they all go, no! And they started booing him. Bruce Willis ain't gay.
That's John McClane.
He saved us all from an asteroid.
John McClane ain't gay.
He ain't gay. And the guy literally did one of those little rascals, like, you know. You just saw the shock and fear in his eyes as he lost him worse than when he was bombing.
When the monster you create turns on you, there's not much you can do.
That was like Trump with the vaccine. Same thing.
Not
they
much
just
you can
turn.
do. And they will turn. They always turn.
It's so funny how they were just, you don't fuck with Bruce Willis and Beaumont.
There's a goddamn statue of him in the town square.
Oh, man.
Wow.
I mean, oh, God. Had he said Burt Reynolds, they might have killed him. They might have just killed him. They might have just ran up there and murdered him. Bruce Willis, they just booed and turned on him the rest of the show. Burt Reynolds, he might be a dead man. They might have just...
John Wayne, he's drawn and quartered.
Oh, God, John Wayne, forget. Are you kidding?
He's done.
They're leaving parts of him outside the club as a warning if he said John Wayne was gay. It was, oh, my God, amazing. Just to see the way they just turned so quickly. Oh, brilliant. Fucking Beaumont. There we go. Cody knows. Beaumont, but very shocking for Beaumont, right, Cody?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
very surprising behavior.
Yeah. And then you see how dickless Trump was when he got booed.
Oh, yeah, you have your freedom, yeah, but I get it.
I got it. It works. Maybe it works. I don't know.
It works.
Such a dickless cunt.
He is the biggest. And can we go back to the start of the show, Eddie? How?
Yeah.
Ain't gonna be no Sports Illustrated curse this year, brother. Let me
Right.
tell you that right now. Ain't gonna be no curse this Sports Illustrated. Ain't gonna be no curse this year, boy. Dak's looking better than ever.
I'm actually encouraged that they haven't won a preseason game.
I am too. I think they're saving it.
Not letting them see the plays.
Exactly.
Not giving anything away.
McCarthy's not giving away.
It's the same plays they ran last year.
And look,
McCarthy-
They don't want to give away the 4th and 20 go for it.
That's what they're not doing. Right.
Yeah.
That's what they're not showing you the fake punt at
look-
4th and 20 from their own 18.
And look, does Dan Quinn have COVID? Yes.
Yep,
Does he
probably.
get to protect his defense now by maybe not coaching the last preseason game?
If he's not there, it's going to get even more simple.
Exactly.
Right? So it's going to get even more simple. Just simplify.
Did we talk about this on the Ramble, Eddie? Is that just a private conversation?
No, I think we talked about every
was.
time a defensive coordinator gets canned and they bring in the new guy, he simplified everything.
But then offense, they have to be complicated to get the job.
Yeah.
For offensive scheme, it's really complicated.
You got to be a genius. You got to be a whiz.
It's fucking weird. It's stupid. It's all big and dumb. But ain't gonna be no Sports Illustrated curse this year. Not with Dak, buddy.
Did you guys already circle top 5 draft pick once you saw that Sports Illustrated cover?
We're already looking. Who are we gonna get? Who's the best?
Who's your backup? It's not Danucci, right?
It's Gilbert. Still.
Okay.
Right now.
It's not Danucci.
Technically.
Is he
Nah,
still in the
Danucci.
league?
The Nooch is still there.
Oh,
Is
he
he?
threw 3
Nooch.
picks in preseason game on Saturday.
How is he still in the league?
He's the Nooch.
He's actually, I don't know if you guys have watched, he's one of the stars of Hard Knocks.
Oh, I got to start tuning in. I haven't watched any of that yet. I was just so emotionally shattered by the first one, where Dave Campo says the game of football is a game played on a field. That hurt. That really hurt. To have
Where
your
do you
head
go
coach-
from there? You don't go anywhere from. That's it. You check out.
And then Chad Hutchinson and Richmond Flowers singing Creed songs in their hotel room was. Oof. That was just.
I can hear
Just seeing Richmond Flowers like with arms wide open, and like as Chad Hutchinson's play, it was like, okay, this is bad. Nobody needs to see this. Nobody. By the way, man, can we just go ahead and talk about a couple of moments that I think captivated the tree of us? CM Punk's return. How great was that? How fucking
worst kept secret in
worst kept,
wrestling.
but they still pulled it off. Like they still made it awesome. Like it was we all knew he was going to show up. We all knew he was there. Ooh.
I was talking to my friend about it today, actually, and like mentioned that everyone knew it was coming, and it was still the biggest pop that's ever happened.
It was
and
amazing.
Everyone knew it was happening.
They all knew what was going to happen, but the minute you hear the Living Color song, that riff, it was like, oh, I mean,
It's crazy it's been. I mean, I'm putting the crying at the bottom. 7+ years. I'm like, I can't believe he's been gone that long.
I know. 7+ years. It is, but the WWE struck back. Logan Paul, baby.
Boom, boom,
boom. Is
that like if someone punches you in the face, you come back with a queef?
Right, I think that is. That's the queef. Because Brock was pretty good. Oh, well, Brock's back. All right. And then, how about we add Logan Paul, too? Okay, yeah, that's good. Oh, man. I don't know. I think, again, it's like you said, Eddie, when we were talking about it. We're going to find out if Vince still has it or not. Because...
Well, I mean, if you look at the way AEW is constructed now, it looks a lot eerily similar to right around the beginning of the NWO time. Like right before Stone Cold came out, but then when, like, I would say like 97, 96, 97, 98.
Yep.
That's what it feels like in AEW. And you can see now. You got to see if WWE has somebody ready to take over.
Because it's not Drew McIntyre. I don't think is the dude.
No one. I don't know. I mean, who's there on the mic?
Lynch is their best one. I think still.
When your best performer on the mic is still Paul Heyman,
right?
He's still the best guy on the mic they have.
I mean, I still think their biggest star, technically, I would say, is Becky Lynch right now. Everyone went crazy when she got, but then they really fucked that other girl who had all that momentum by just having Lynch squash her.
Yeah,
like it was
I watched that. I was watching that, and it was awful. It was just
she just came in and just pinned her. Right? Isn't that basically what happened?
Yeah. It was so. I can't believe I know this stuff because I haven't liked wrestling in a long time, but
me either. I haven't followed it in forever.
Same.
So basically, what happened was that Sasha Banks was supposed to wrestle Bianca Belair, and and Sasha Banks has COVID or something like that, and shit. So all day there were rumors that she wasn't going to make it on that card, but WWE kept promoting it. They played like a package recapping the feud that was going on,
right.
And then they announced in ring that Sasha Banks wasn't going to wrestle, and then the fans were pissed, and they brought out someone else to wrestle, and then Becky Lynch's music played. She came out. She said, "We're gonna blow the roof off this place by wrestling right there." And then in 20 seconds, the match was over. It was a squash.
I wonder if it's because she's not in ring shape yet. They just had to bring her in to battle.
That had to be it. They had to be it. But it's not fair to Bianca Belair because she survived the Battle Royale, right?
Yeah.
She for an hour plus. She was having a great run.
They threw away like a year of storyline in 20 seconds.
To just try to compete with the CM Punk storyline on the other show. Because she's not ring ready.
And sometimes a squash is cool. But like when Goldberg squashed Brock, that was a legit surprise.
Or when Brock squashed Cena, like a couple years, like SummerSlam, like 5 years ago.
That was like, whoa. But I love the Brock Goldberg one because that was Brock's idea. See, that's how you knew it was because that was Brock's call, because apparently Goldberg was hurt and he hurt his shoulder and he wasn't going to be able to go. And Brock said, just squash me. And they were like, oh, fuck, yeah. And that's when they just did that. And that was all Brock's idea. That's what makes it. You can always tell, right? Like it works better when the other guy's in on it, or wants
because they have an idea of the story and the characters, and they don't care about like what the other show do.
Right.
They're like, how does this work here?
And one thing I was talking to Cody about and Eddie off the thing is like, it seems like AEW not only just unloaded probably a busload of money on CM Punk's front lawn, but I think they're giving him complete creative control over his character, which I don't think he'll fuck that up like someone like the Warrior would have. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think he's got that level of ego to ruin that.
No.
I think that's why I'm pretty confident AEW is going to be in really good hands, because I think he won't fuck it up. I don't think he'll fuck it up.
It is worth watching if you guys watch the SummerSlam video, the Goldberg and Bobby Lashley match.
Oh man.
Because it ends with like Bobby Lashley like hitting Goldberg's knee with a chair like a comical amount of times, and the crowd just is not into Goldberg at all. The crowd doesn't like Goldberg, and so at one point Goldberg's real 15-year-old son runs into the ring to try to save him, and Bobby Lashley puts him in a sleeper hold and the crowd cheers at it.
And Lashley's supposed to be the heel, right?
Yeah. And like Goldberg's kid like falls over and stuff, and the crowd is cheering at it. It's really funny.
That's amazing. Here's the problem: if for WWE, if AEW keeps building like this, we're gonna start hearing CM Punk chants at pay-per-views and Raws and stuff. It's gonna start happening.
Yeah.
If WWE doesn't, I'm not saying they are gonna, but if they do start kind of falling apart, you're gonna start seeing that. If Punk starts killing it in AEW, you're gonna start hearing the chants again, and that's gonna drive them fucking apeshit. Like, it's I don't know.
I really don't know who's on that roster right now that can step up.
That can pull a Stone Cold
and do a Stone Cold, and then you have you got Stone Cold coming through, and then you had Rock in the wings ready to pop, and then you had Triple H right behind him. It's like I don't see that.
I don't think they
have on their roster
because they also don't have a Shawn Michaels or Undertaker to carry him to that point too.
No,
right? Like they don't have those guys that can.
I mean, you got Roman Reigns right now, who maybe can bridge to somebody, but I don't.
Right. I don't know who. I mean, it sounds like he wants to be the guy for another, which I don't blame him for wanting that. Like, and the other problem is too, I don't think anyone is ever going to have a John Cena again, a guy who could just be uninjured for the better part of 10 years. It seems, you know what I mean? Who just Cena was just on top for so long and rarely had to leave for injury. Like it's. Yeah. I don't know if they have any of that, which is. And then the other one, all three of us were going apeshit over. How great was that? Episode 5 of Ted Lasso season 2. I mean, my goodness, I got choked up when Roy Kent was running to the fucking arena to the Rolling Stones song. I was like, this is fucking such an amazing tribute to romantic comedies. You know what I mean?
Every 5 minutes there was some sort of tribute to
some reference. Like it was just, and then "Shut Up, You Had Me at Coach" was the best way to end it. That was just perfect. Perfect.
It's a great show.
It's been a lot of fun shit to watch. It's been good.
Have you been watching What If? Have you seen What If?
I just saw the first one. I'm about to watch the second one today.
Okay.
I'm very excited. I heard the second one's even better.
Second one's good. It's way different. I mean, it's what if T'Challa was Star-Lord.
Star-Lord. Because I think is what they did. I think because I was talking to my little cousin about it, and he really loved both of them, but he liked the second one better, and he didn't like that the first one was almost just a retelling of First Avenger.
It's very close, yes.
But I think it's almost like you have to do that like with Force Awakens, right? Because What If is such a deep dive.
Yeah.
For a lot of casual fans will have never read a What If. So I think you kind of have to show, here's what we mean by this, right?
Yeah.
So episode 1, you just kind of do the shot-for-shot remake of something everybody's already seen.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay.
Which I liked. Personally, I liked the first one better than the second episode.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Because there's so many hard rights in the second episode. I'm just like, I'm trying to like I can see in the first episode where she decides to stay down there and then she becomes Captain Carter. You can kind of see where things go and how people change and the different variant versions of that character. This one, there's so many different variant versions of characters we already know. You're like, how did that end up that way?
Right. Just by this. Right.
I mean, you'll see it when you watch it, and I don't want to give spoilers away, but like even down to, Thanos is what?
Okay.
How did Thanos? How did that happen? Yeah.
Okay.
And So.
The other one is: have you all seen the Spider-Man trailer that supposedly got leaked?
I saw it.
I couldn't tell what the fuck was going on because it was off somebody's cell phone of a cell phone.
Yeah, but you see enough to know that there's 3 Spider-Men in that.
The 3 Spider-Man and Alfred Molina was awesome. That was it. Yeah. That's all. I don't see how that's not real. How did they not? What they just did? How did someone CGI?
Well, because
Benedict Cumberbatch walking around talking to Spider-Man in a new outfit, like.
Well, Kevin Feige said it wasn't real, right?
I don't know. Did he say that, Cody? Have you heard that?
At one point, I heard it was a fake trailer, but it's so well done. How is that fake?
I don't think so. There was at one point a fan trailer, like a few weeks or months ago, but the one from yesterday or whenever it was, it was like watermarked. It was watermarked with someone's name who was a producer or something. So. I assume it's real, but it's not. I mean, it was. You couldn't tell what was happening.
I couldn't tell.
But if this trailer's real, and some of the things you see in this trailer, you see flashes of. You saw flashes of Green Goblin.
Yep.
You see Doc Ock. You see 3 Spider-Men. It's going to be the biggest movie
It'd be crazy.
The most anticipated Marvel movie. I'm trying to think what is a more anticipated Marvel movie. It might be bigger than Endgame, anticipation-wise. I don't know about box office.
Just because Spider-Man is their biggest guy.
And you're bringing in two other franchises of Spider-Man.
And, I mean, I remember the hype for the first Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire. I mean, and then God, how you think about the poster. I wonder what that goes for now.
Right.
Cody, you're probably too young for this. Do you remember this? The Tobey Maguire Spider-Man poster, the very first one?
With the Twin Towers on it?
Where the helicopter was webbed between the Twin Towers.
Yeah, I remember that trailer.
Yeah.
It was that trailer there's a really cool 4K remaster on YouTube of that trailer. And it's crazy to think about. I remember seeing that trailer in theaters, that teaser in theaters.
Yeah.
For sure.
It was. I remember the pop when Aunt May tells him you're not Superman, and he kind of mugs to the camera. I remember just everyone laughing and getting hyped up and
But there's so much nostalgia for that Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, and then there's all this love for the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, even though I didn't care for either one of those films.
Yeah.
But to see them both with this Spider-Man, I think it's going to be massive. Massive.
I think Into the Spider-Verse was let's dip our toes in this, and show everyone that we can just bring them all in.
I mean, Spider-Man Far From Home made $1 billion.
Yeah.
This movie's going to make? I mean, I don't know
twice that.
Yeah, it's insane.
Well, we've got to see what happens with COVID. If there's not another new variant or something.
Right.
Now that's supposed to be end of this year, right?
December.
Jesus. So they're doing Shang-Chi, Eternals, and Spider-Man. Just boom, 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 huh?
Yep.
Fuck. That is. So this Spider-Man is Shang-Chi and Eternals looks like they mention nothing about the events of Loki. Whereas this Spider-Man movie is okay, this
looks like it's happening during the Threshold event or whatever.
Yeah, Loki is it's all
So maybe I'm assuming Eternals and Shang-Chi happen. Maybe that happens at the end of the film. Something gives it away.
Post credit, yeah.
And then by the time they get to Spider-Man, it's just full on. We're in a multiverse now.
You've already seen Shang-Chi, right?
Correct.
Did you see it in a theater or was it a screener?
It was a theater.
Now, do they go? I was curious for the stuff with critics. Do they show the end credit scene and all that shit? Oh, okay, cool, cool, nice. All right, that's awesome. All right, I'm excited. Well,
we don't need to know anymore. We don't need to know anymore.
We don't need to know anymore. All right. Wait, no, I don't want. Is there more than one, or is it just one end credit scene? Because
there are two.
Okay. Woo.
Okay. All right.
I'm ready. I hate to do this, but we are under a contract.
Oh, God damn it. Fuck.
Okay, sure.
Skeletor. I don't know if you know this or not, but Netflix is going to have another He-Man and the Masters of the Universe series come out, besides the one that you were in with Masters of the Universe Revelation. So how do you feel about this new one when you work so hard to obviously take the power sword in that one, and now you're going to have to go into this whole other series?
Well, Eddie, it's a wonderful question. I'm glad you've asked me. I don't give a fuck, baby. Open up the fucking checkbooks, write your boy a check, and I'll be there. You understand? The more Skeletor, you know how much pussy I get every time there's a new show? Do you know how much poontang shows up at Steak Mountain? Huh? I bet you have no idea. You would know, all three of you wouldn't know the kind of combined. Couldn't get the pussy I get from shows like this. Oh, my God. It's just everywhere. It's everywhere. And I heard you talk about multiverses. You know what? The only thing that scares me about that is living in a world where there's not one, two, but three He-Man's Father's Jones. Imagine the smell. All three of them.
All right. Jesus.
Okay.
What did that have to do with anything?
I don't know.
That's great.
I mean,
Didn't
at least
answer my question at all.
He kind of did. He just was mad. He's just happy to get money. I
didn't answer your question. Who are you, Walter fucking Cronkite? I have to fucking answer.
That's an odd reference.
Jesus, Walter Cronkite.
Walter Cronkite. What did
How do they know? An attorney?
Did he interview anybody? Did he even interview people? He just say the news. What's he talking about?
Wow. Jesus.
Wow.
Okay, fact check me. And guess what? I can go on stage and say Bruce Willis is gay, and they'll cheer me.
Okay. All right. Great.
I don't doubt it.
Oh, boy.
I don't doubt it.
Cody, I'm so sorry.
You're good. It's fine.
So sorry.
Yeah, so Cinesnob Cody on Twitter, Cinesnob Podcast, wherever you get podcasts, youtube.com/Cinesnob. Subscribe to our videos.
That's what's up.
And this week we're covering Candyman.
Oh, have you seen it yet?
No, should be watching it this within the next couple days.
What have you heard?
I've heard it's great.
Okay.
I've heard it's great, yeah.
Was this a Peel thing? Did Peel produce this one or no?
He did, yeah.
He did. Nice.
And then Nia DaCosta directed it, who is directing the Captain Marvel
That's
sequel.
right. That's right.
Interesting.
I love the first Candyman. Did you see the first one, Cody?
I've never seen it, no.
Woo! Eddie, what'd you think of the first Candyman? That was a good one, man.
That was pretty good. I'm trying to remember it. It's been a while.
It was the Hood, man. He was like Bloody Mary for
Yeah,
the Hood.
yeah,
It was
yeah,
so
yeah.
good. Fucking great. Virginia Madsen.
That's right.
Yep,
That's right.
Yep, that was it, man. Candyman was fucking awesome. That was such a great fucking movie. I love the first.
Is this a reboot or a sequel?
It's a reboot.
Reboot. Yeah, reboot. Is Tony Todd playing him again?
That's
That's what I was worried. Yeah, because he was. Oh God,
He was great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that dude is just perfect at being creepy. Now is this going to be theater only?
You know what? I take that back. It's a direct sequel to the first one.
Oh, okay. But Tony Todd's playing him, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it going to be theater only? Is this going to get the HBO thing too, or streaming also, or is it?
It is theatrical only.
Boo.
At least to start. I don't know if it's got a shortened window. I mean, these
Right.
movies right now, I mean, like...
Well, you can
like,
already order shit on Blu-ray that came out like 4 months ago.
Yeah.
Well, I know, like with some movies are coming out like 45. Like Shang-Chi's gonna be out 45 days after it's in the theater, so it's not
Yeah.
gonna be a long wait regardless.
So is like
true.
Free Guy is also
Yeah.
45 days later.
Oh,
so
good.
it
Have
could
you
be-
seen that one?
Yeah.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's fine. It's enjoyable. It's
Right.
I think it's for pity. I think it's for people who enjoy video games. I think we'll get a lot out of it.
Right.
So.
Right.
But
All
yeah.
right. Nice. Look at that. Boom. A little mini Cinesnob right here we just
Yeah.
had. Eddie, where can all the fine folk find you?
On patreon.com, the Ralph Report, 5 days a week. We're back with new shows this week, so check us out. And then
Please hammer, don't hurt him.
Yeah, right. And then Tuesdays and Fridays we have Ramble Radio, and then Wednesdays we have Ramble Proper. And then I want to do one special plug. This Friday at 7 p.m. Pacific, I'm doing a virtual fundraiser for the parents of blind children. You go to datenightfundraiser.com to buy tickets. I'm sort of emceeing and doing a little bit of stand-up. There's
Fucking
gonna be
A,
like
man.
musical acts and all this other stuff. We're raising money for the Parents of Blind Children Fund. So.
Look at that. That's awesome, dude. Fucking A. Go to that. Go follow Cody's YouTube channel, the Cinesnob YouTube channel. Go follow Eddie on Ralph Report, and go check out that show. You can see me with the homies here. Hopefully every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Eventually, I'm going to start putting shit up on YouTube. Maybe sooner than later. I don't know when I'm going to Twitch again. Hopefully soon. Definitely when I'm through with all this. But maybe I'll Twitch during. But I don't know. I'm going to have a major surgery coming up soonish. That'll probably put me out of commission for a little bit. But we'll see. All right. But you know where to find us. We love you guys. Stay safe. Don't make fucks out of us. And we'll see you tomorrow for a ramble. And then Friday as we induct new members, new nominees. Very exciting. All right, we love you guys. Stay safe, everybody. Bye.